So you're looking to buy land here in the Northport area and you want to know the exact cost of different kinds of lots in the Northport area. What's going on, everyone? My name is Noah Ward, your Northport realtor, and in today's video we are going to be breaking down the pros and cons of different kinds of lots and also associating the prices with the locations and where exactly these lots are located, such as a standard lot, what that price is versus a lot that's on a freshwater canal, maybe a lot that's on a canal that has Gulf access, or a lot that has public utilities. We are going to be breaking down all the pros and cons of the different kinds of lots as well as the prices that are associated with these lots. But before we jump straight into this video, whether you're looking to buy a lot now or maybe you're looking to buy a lot in 3 months, we have a whole entire team wrapped around this. We can help you from land acquisition to holding your hand through the new construction process, and then also handing the keys to your brand new construction house. We are partnered with some amazing builders in the Northport area, and we'd be more than happy to connect them with you to answer any and all of your questions as well. So like I said, if you guys are looking to move in the Northport area but not exactly sure if Northport is the right fit, what we have done is create a buyer's relocation guide. So you guys can check it out. It's right here. Links down in the description down below. And this is basically coming from an eyes of a Northport resident. So it's kind of some of the top things to do in the Northport area, some of the school ratings, what the school systems look like, the healthcare, maybe some hotels as well for when relatives visit and you don't want them to stay in your house, and just much more. So it basically gives you the an overview of the Northport area just to make sure that Northport is the right place and the right fit for you and your family. So with all that being said, let's just dive in and let's start talking about these different kinds of lots in Northport. So first off, we are going to start off by talking about standard size lots. So a standard lot in Northport is an 80 foot by 125 foot lot. So this is a 10,000 square foot lot. This is a very typical lot in the Northport area. This is where most people are, these are the lots that many people are buying. And this price range, so it doesn't back up to any canals or anything like that. You'll have neighbors on, either both sides and behind, or maybe there'll be a little bit of a buffer, which we call a green belt here in the Northport area. I'll throw up a picture of what that kind of looks like. A green belt. And then, basically you're going to have neighbors on all of your sides except the front house, right? Or the front part of the house. And for the most part, if you're building new construction, I like to stay away from other pre-existing houses just because it's going to give you more flexibility when it comes to designing your own house, but that can be for a later video as well. So those lots, these 80 by 125 foot lots, these lots go anywhere right now. We're purchasing them between $20,000 to $24,000. These lots do not have city utilities such as public water or public sewer. However, these lots do have electricity. And the biggest thing to look out for when you're buying land here is the electricity. Because if there's no power poles running to that lot, you have to call FPL, which is our electrical company, and it costs $3,500 just to drop one pole. So if you have to drop 5 poles, that gets very costly, and really you're not saving much money on that because these lots that don't have electricity, they're being sold for like $15,000. So it's not really worth buying a lot that doesn't have electricity. Now we are going to go to lots that have their standard size lots still, but they are on a freshwater canal. So these freshwater canals, they don't lead anywhere. They don't lead out to the Gulf or anything like that. It just helps provide an extra barrier between you and your basically your backyard neighbor, right? And occasionally I get the question, well, are there alligators in those canals? Yes, there are alligators. It's the occasional alligator. It's not like they're infested with them. You won't see them too often. You may see them sunbathing here and there, but if you mind your business and they mind their business, they're not going to harm you at all. So I don't see a downside at all to, freshwater canals. They add that extra buffer, which I kind of do like. And, these lots don't really cost much more than a standard lot. In fact, they could be the same price, and they could be anywhere from, I would say, $24,000 to $30,000 for those kind of lots. Just depends on the current inventory when we are looking at lots. So it's not really that much more. Commonly we can pick up those lots for like $25,000, so not bad at all. And then the next lot we're going to talk about is a standard size lot, so 80 by 125 foot lot, 10,000 square feet. But we're going to talk about those with city water. So I get this question a lot. people ask me, well, Noah, what are the pros and cons of buying a lot that has city water versus buying a lot that has public well? And I've actually created a video for it. You guys can go check that out up above, basically talking about, you know, the pros and cons of a well and the pros and cons of having city utilities such as public water. So these lots, they're few and far between. I mean, they're becoming more popular, or they're becoming more common now just because Northport is expanding, so the city is expanding their public utilities as well, which is a good thing. And these lots, like, once again, they don't cost much more, and these lots can range anywhere from, I would say, anywhere between $25,000 to $30,000. Sometimes you can get them a little bit less, but I'd be a little bit leery of those because one, they may have a gopher tortoise on them, or two, they may have a heritage tree, which is going to cost quite a bit of money to remove. So I would say a safe bet for city utilities, or I should say public water, is $25,000 to $30,000. So if you guys are looking to have public water and not drill a well for your water, then anticipate a price range of $25,000 to $30,000. So next up, we are going to talk about standard size lots in Northport that have full public utilities, public water, and public sewer. These are very few and far between, so if you want them, you may not get the best location because there's like 10 of these lots currently on the market as of right now, and these lots are going to range anywhere from $30,000 to like $45,000. Really just depends on the exact location of these lots. So basically, these public utilities would be a replacement from drilling a well and adding a septic tank. And if you are curious about septic tank versus public sewer, I've also created a video about that as well, weighing the pros and cons, which way you should go. In Northport, the most common is a septic system, right? Because public utilities for sewer, it's just very non-existent, I would say, in the Northport area, especially when you start going more east of, I would say, the more eastern part of Northport. There's hardly any public sewer that runs through there unless you're on a major roadway. And like I said, those are few and far between. But if you want full public utilities, they are available, just depending on the price range that you're looking to stay in. And then the last lot that we're going to talk about is the lot that is everyone's curious about, right? And this is a Gulf access lot. So this Gulf access lot, it can range anywhere from $80,000 up to $500,000. It all really just depends on the exact location. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. So if you're looking to have a boat, right, and it's a tall boat and you don't want to go under any bridges. So once you pass, we'll start at the lowest price point. So in Northport, if you want a Gulf access canal, it's going to take you a little bit to get out there. And if you want the cheapest one, it's $80,000. That means that you have to go under one bridge or maybe even two bridges, right? That's the cheapest you'll be able to find it for, a good price, I should say. And once you pass to where there's no bridges to cross, so you can go into the Myakka River and then go out straight to the Gulf, those lots jump straight up to $180,000. It's funny because there's, some lots that I was looking at, $80,000, and then there's a bridge. And then literally 5 lots away, once you pass that bridge, there was lots for sale, and those are for $180,000 just because there's no bridges, so you can bring a sailboat or anything like that, or any tall boat really, so you don't have to worry about any bridges, because sometimes the clearance can be anywhere from like 8 feet to 10 feet. So if you have a higher boat, I would highly suggest not getting a canal lot that you have to cross under a bridge. But if you are looking for a short drive to the Myakka River, basically that's going to take you straight out to the Gulf, then we would be looking in like South Gulf Cove, which is just south of Northport a little bit. Those lots can range anywhere from $200,000 up to like $500,000, but it's very close to the Gulf, literally probably about 10 minutes out to Myakka River and another 25 minutes from Myakka River to the Gulf. So you're looking at about 35 minutes out to the Gulf altogether. So it's a very short ride out to the Gulf. And if you are looking to build a very nice house, South Gulf Cove is another great area. I was going to create another video on that. So if you guys want to know all about South Gulf Cove, check put it in the comment section down below, and I will do a next video for South Gulf Cove. But overall, that kind of, encompasses all the lot prices. So if you guys are looking to, buy a lot in Northport, it's very key to kind of know what kind of lot you're looking for, whether that be a standard size lot, that has no public utilities or anything like that, drill a well, or if you want some public utilities, it's really key to identify what you're looking for at the end of the day instead of looking at all these lots, because there's thousands of lots for sale. But at the end of the day, you just have to pick and weed out the ones that, you don't really want, right? And so there's some locations you want to stay away from. There's some locations that you want to be, you want to focus on just because there's public utilities. And if you guys want to know more about those lots and you guys want us to handpick those lots for you, that is our team's specialty. We can help you and walk you through the pros and cons of each lot. We can pick out like 10, 15 lots for you, look at them and say, hey, here are the pros and cons of this one. Here are the pros and cons of this one. Personally, I may go with this one, something along those lines. Like if you want our personal opinion on that, we'd be more than happy to help you walk through, the land acquisition process. So that kind of sums up today's video about talking about the prices of lots here in Northport. And if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, put them in the comments section down below. I'm more than happy to answer any and all of your questions. If you guys want me to create a video on something else, also put that in the comments section down below. But if you guys are interested in purchasing a lot, you can reach out to us with our contact information down below right here. But otherwise, I look forward to talking to you guys really soon.